That shit right there in the trash can. That is money that you're losing. You're throwing that away. And hundreds of square foot of plastic. I have a pile over here. This roll right here was thrown away by somebody.
Fucking crazy.
Gentlemen, 20 cents a square foot. That's a couple $100 right here. That's a couple $100 right there. That's thousands of dollars over there.
Let me translate for you real quick. That's very important. Cuando estemos trabajando, por favor, cualquier pedazo de tierra que sea suficiente de grande para poder usarlo en la casa, en otra casa, guárdalo, porque de verdad el costo no viene de ustedes, el costo viene de mi bolsillo, de verdad, honestamente. Ellos me cobran a 20 centavos el pie cuadrado de ese plástico. Este plástico mide 2.000 pies cuadrados. Cada 2.000 pies cuadrados, imagínate, a 20, ¿cuánto me están cobrando? Más de lo que estoy ganando. Tengo que pagar por poner plástico en la casa a alguien, si me lo cobran. Esto así, y yo le digo a la gente siempre, cuando yo vengo aquí, yo veo plástico así en el basurero, yo lo saco y me lo llevo, yo lo doblo, lo pongo en el tren, me lo llevo y se lo doy a otro grupo que está trabajando. Eso me salva dinero, porque no estamos sacando plástico nuevo. Mucha gente no le importa, porque ellos están cobrando por día, por hora, como sea. A mí me importa porque a mí me sacan hasta el último clavo, me lo sacan de cheque todas las semanas. Si le debo 10.000, ellos me sacan 10.000, no les importa, ellos lo cogen, ¿verdad? Si ustedes ven plástico grande así, que esto lo puedo usar, llévatelo, amigo, me están haciendo un favor y yo se lo agradezco mucho, ¿verdad? Porque si yo echo para adelante, ustedes están conmigo, echamos para adelante de oído, pero si me ahogo yo, ¿cómo lo va a pagar a ustedes si me lo están quitando todo por plástico? ¿Entiendes? And look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know y'all, some of y'all get paid differently, I don't know what y'all pay is, right? And I don't care. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If y'all come through here, y'all see plastic like that, man, take that shit with y'all, man. Y'all doing me a favor. Not even Globe, I'm talking about university, y'all doing me a favor because they charge you for that plastic. Anything that's wasted, they charge you 20 cents. More than I even make. They charge you 20 cents. So it'll be like about 10 to put plastic on the telephone in the house. They ain't even got nothing to do with it. So if you see it, you want to take it, just go and do it if you can. Please take it to another job. Even if it's just enough to cover one little piece of the side, people got all the boots and all that shit.
Every bit of it counts.
And I'm going to tell you something. At the end of all this, and I'm going to tell everybody the same shit. At the end of all this, everything goes good. We make some bread, man. I promise I'm going to praise everybody. But I can't let certain people that are doing awesome if I'm drowning in the other end of it. You know what I'm saying? There should be no reason why y'all can't get this shit in a day. Like I was telling y'all before, I done went to the farm and moved 20, 30, 40 motherfuckers from picking peppers and tomatoes and shit. Niggas came over the border, never seen nothing but a farm. And I done put them on these roofs, and them motherfuckers gonna turn money. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, I don't know what everybody's pay structure is, just come out here and just try to use basic common sense and say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take these sticks, I don't wanna throw them away. I got my trailer, I probably got 50 sticks that motherfuckers just left behind the job where I just come by and have my sticks.
Y'all getting that shit plastic. Y'all roosters?
You know what I'm saying? I just asked for a little.
So y'all just need to know what the boys looking for?
That's right, we're ready to go. Whatever you got, try to stretch it out before I go. Whatever you can do, throw it away. You know what I'm saying?
If you come here and throw shit away, ask me, ask somebody, Khaled, hey, should I throw this away? I'm probably gonna tell you no. Put it back in your truck and use it. Thousands of square foot gets thrown away because people just think, oh, it's just trash because I can't cover a whole roof with it. Once you guys look and see what you need for a valley, you're gonna understand why that right there is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? You're throwing money away.
These rolls are 20 by 100.
2,000 square foot. So multiply that by 20 cents.
$400 a roll.
400 a roll. And if you come back to me and you're like, man, I'm returning stuff, and you give me a little sheet like that, I can't do nothing with that. But somebody else is gonna make money on it. So it can either be you guys, or it can be the other crews that I like, that have been working for us. But my job here, make sure you guys have what you need. I'll watch your numbers for the first week. and then we can mass load you guys. Pedal mass load. You guys won't have to come here every day. But if you're coming here every day and you're only doing one house a day, I'm not giving you plastic. It's just how it is. I'm saving Pete from paying that bill. Because other people have had to pay the bills because crews getting plastic and taking it.
There you go.
It's not happening, all right? Use every inch, every batten. If a batten is 2 foot or longer, keep it. Do not throw it away. I don't care if you have a whole truck full of them. I got piles of them right there. Look, people just throw that shit away.
That's money.
Money right there. That's $1. Here, we'll just say $2 a stick over there.
$2 a stick.
Who wants to just give me $2 a stick for that? Just lay $2 on the pallet over there when you guys leave. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous. Number 2, if you throw shit in my dumpster, if you miss, pick the shit up. Pick the shit up. I'm about to start stopping everybody at the gate. Everybody's gonna come and get a handful of trash before you get material. I'm about that close. I try to keep my shit nice. I got a boss that yells at me. That's what happens. Here we are.
We ain't your mama.
I ain't
Pick
cleaning
up
up
after
after
yourself.
you. You got a big ass dumpster. I don't give a fuck what you throwing at. Throw your camper trash away. I don't give a shit. But if you miss, pick it up and put it away. Let's make money, gentlemen. Done.
Alright. These rolls are 100 foot long. You know they're going to fold out to 20 foot wide. So if you need to do a valley piece, just roll you out 4 foot and cut it there, turn it the other way and roll it out. Keep track of what you cut off of a full roll and you'll know what you have left. That'll save on some waste.
Cuando llegan a la casa, primero que nada, esos rollos miden 100 pies por 20 pies.
Cut off 20 by 20, you know you
Este
got 80
pedazo que
by
está
20.
aquí, este es el canal de la casa. Mide 4 pies, corta 4 pies allí, saca ese pedacito, lo vira y tirate el canal primero que nada. En cualquier casa que lleguen, que haya canal, siempre ponga el canal primero, así como está aquí. Hold on, let's show them the valley first, so they can see they lay them in first, yeah.
No, I'll come around over here on this side.
Vénganse por este lado para que vean, vamos a empezar allí porque eso es lo más importante de este trabajo allí.
I want to be able to get that shit right here.
Corta el pedazo de plástico y lo tira con la chapita, le pone chapita que te lo aguante y entonces empieza a tirar el rollo. Hold on. Let me get somebody over here with you. You good right now?
Amber.
¿Ves lo que él hizo? Él empezó en la esquina y lo sobrepasó de la punta arriba del ridge, 2 pies. Yo siempre le digo a la gente, pasen los 2 pies y medio. Yo siempre le digo a la gente 2 pies y medio, porque cuando enrola el papel, el plástico, lo trae a los 2 pies.
2
Siempre
foot
tiene
over
que
on
ser 2
everything.
pies. Tiene que ser 2 pies por
Ridge,
encima para allá,
valley,
los hips, 2 pies.
hip. Everything's 2 foot over so you don't have a void in your tarp.
Hey, pass me a couple of them sticks, right?
If you cut tape with your knife, change your blade out pretty often.
Hey, has everybody signed this sheet for the safety training?
No, we haven't.
All right, pásalo allí al señor allí, por favor.
Button caps aren't meant to be used all over the roof, but it's alright. Put some in, just kind of hold apart.
Ve cuando estás tirándola primero, puedes usar una tapita de esa, nada más que te la aguante en posición allí, en que viene y tira el plástico para los otros lados. Si pones una chapita y ya terminaste el trabajo y hay una chapita que se ve, compra un poquito de tape, tapa la chapita con un poquito de tape. If you guys use a button cap to hold the plastic down, you guys are done rolling the whole house, it's finished, you're about to take your pictures, please go over any button caps and put a piece of tape on it so it's not visible to the Army Corps of Engineers, because if they see a button cap, they're going to send you back. They're going to fail your house, they're going to send you back to the house just to put a piece of tape on top of the button cap. So just make sure y'all do that, because it'll stop the payment on that house immediately for one button cap that doesn't have tape on it. So it won't be visible, because technically we're not supposed to be using button caps putting the tarp down, but we know that sometimes it's windy, people need to hold that shit down, so we just say cover it up with a piece of tape, it's not visible. But you shouldn't have them in there at no point when you're done, but if you happen to have one that's visible, just put a little piece of tape on it. And if you guys get to a house,
If you think about it.
if you guys get to a house and you guys see that it has tarp on the roof, get up on the roof, take 4 good pictures from every corner of the house showing the roof has tarp on it. And when you remove the tarp, but you have to remove it to make sure there's no holes, nothing unsafe, nobody gets hurt. The main thing here is safety. I prefer you to do 2, 3 houses a day and be safe as hell than to try to do 8 houses a day and not make it to your house. Amigo, siempre, si quedan las chapitas, por favor, le ponen tape. Esto es muy importante. ¿Tú sabes?
You want that valley strip first?
Yes, they want the strip underneath the valley, and I'll show you why here in a second.
Yeah, 2 foot on each side of the valley.
Yep. What I mean is you'll just roll out 4 foot, cut it off, spread it out. You want everything to overlap from bottom to top. Then whenever you go to roll it, you got to pull the flip cap back up.
Did you already split his at?
No, I'm waiting until I roll it.
All right.
No way it's getting tight.
Good. Van a enrolar el plástico primero antes de cortar el canal. Él lo va a enrolar.
This stick has to be 2 feet away from the valley. Everything 2 feet away or 2 foot over.
Yeah.
And they want you as close to this eave as you can get.
Cuando estén al lado del canal, el palo ese tiene que quedar 2 pies de distancia del centro del canal. Ese palo que está poniendo ahí tiene que quedar 2 pies de lejos del centro del canal. Mucha gente, las casas le fallan porque lo ponen bien pegado. Si la casa falla, no la pagan. Te mandan para atrás que lo arreglen. Si no lo arreglan 24 horas, manda a otra gente a arreglarlo. Esa gente cobran el trabajo completo.
Is that about right?
Because I mean, most brick ledges are a foot.
Yeah.
You got your eave and all that. But I try to just go in between them. They're being real picky this storm. They want you all the way to the edge of the roof, which you can't do. So it's not by the time you roll it and everything.
Gotcha. And then board to go to the eave. You don't need it to be 2 foot. You want it to be bottom.
Yeah.
Not the valley, the outside joint all the way.
Yeah, if you can get it at least 3 inches to the edge, 3 inches to the edge is good. Before they used to let us go like 6 inches or just past the interior of the house. If you had a 2 foot soffit area, they used to let us not even do that. But now they're making us go all the way 3 inches is the least. You have to have at least 3 inches.
Corps of Engineers said that you must cover all living space. That means that any part of the roof that covers the interior of the house, your tarp must cover it. If you don't cover it, it's a fail. It may not be a fail from Global, but the Corps of Engineers will kick it back to them and make them have it redone. That means that's plastic that's lost, which means that's money that you lost, which means it's a job that you lost.
Ve cómo está poniendo el plástico. Él le da 2 vueltas y media y pone el palo parado. Ven lo que va a hacer ahora. da 2 vueltas y media, son 3 vueltas. Él le da 2 vueltas y media, lo pone en el final, la punta del plástico y le da 3 vueltas. Pero él empieza con 2 vueltas y media y lo deja parado y lo pisa para que jale la tensión más dura en el plástico. ¿Ves lo que él hace? Y después él lo hace apretado. Y después lo puja con el pie, eso estira el plástico para que así esté más apretado. If y'all notice, when he's rolling the sticks, he rolls it about 2.5 times, and then he leaves it on the side, on the edge. Steps on it, and what that does, it pulls out a lot of the damn slack in the plastic. It stretches it out better. And if you use that technique, it's gonna make sure your shit always look tight. I don't care how bad you are. If you do that right there, I promise you, it's gonna help you 100% not to have wrinkles in your plastic. Wrinkles will fail you. They see a lot of wrinkles in the plastic, they're gonna ask you to go back. If you don't go back in 24 hours and fix it, they're gonna take it away from me, and they're gonna give it to somebody else and let them get paid for the whole job. And I still gotta pay for the plastic that went on the roof.
They give you cutters to cut these, but if you find you a knot and that's about where you need it, normally snaps off pretty easy.
Yo tengo cortadoras que si no tienen algo para cortar, yo no puedo conseguir las cortadoras para que lo corten un segundo, mejor que hasta la sierra, más rápido que la sierra, el cortador lo corta rapidito. Pero ven cómo él hace esto con el plástico, él le da 2 vueltas y media y lo para. Y ve, lo jala con los pies un poco. Ya se dan de cuenta como el plástico va quedando apretado. Si el plástico queda arrugado, la casa no pasa, los mandan para atrás a arreglarla.
See, I nailed that way too close down.
Viste, él clavó el palo aquel, lo clavó muy cerca, so ahora tiene que, es por eso que no, es porque es muy
Thought
importante.
I'd pull that up and move it.
Y el little stick, ahora aquí cuando ya, como ya tienen el plástico en el canal, ahora él va a poner los palos que van al lado de eso para que aguante el plástico de abajo que está en el canal.
You want that too from the center too, right?
Yes. I always tell my people, I prefer you to have 2, 2.5 than 1, 1.5. Because the closer it's to that shit, they're gonna send you back. And if you don't get back in time, they're gonna give somebody else, they're gonna get paid for it, and that sucks.
Your nails, do they have to be so far apart on your strips?
Well, you need to put 5 nails in the stick.
5 in a full one,
Okay.
and then 3.5 one.
Gotcha, okay.
It ain't like nail and shingle.
No.
See, on a full stick, get it on each end, get one in the middle, and then get one in between them. As long as they have 5, they're gonna be happy.
And besides this little piece here, that's what it's supposed to look like.
We can cut it off.
I'm
Take
not
it out.
supposed to nail it in the first place.
He was supposed to be 2 feet away. He didn't stick the nail at 2 feet away. But from the valley, from the center of that valley, that stick, if you're gonna put it, if you have to put one there, move it away from the center of the valley 2 feet.
That's some plastic freaking wood right there, boy.
Yeah, that was green as a dog, man.
I got a sawed-off or something like that. All right.
No, 3 inches. Yeah, 3. If you're covering the whole roof, you go 3 inches. If you're doing a little piece, then to where it's at. But if it's a
So
whole
that's how you
cover,
do the valleys. And of course, you got to tape this,
3 inches from that edge.
tape this down
So what I do,
all the way to the rolled wood.
no, we're gonna show you. This is what we're gonna show you. We're gonna show you in a second how to overlap it, cut it.
Want me to get some tape, Zach?
You can have it all
No.
on the edge.
Well, Tina wanted me to leave that open. I'll show them how to tape up that pipe there in a second.
Okay.
Get this other roll.
Jugada aquí.
every 5 foot. They're counting this as their first one. So 5 foot from that, and the way that this lays out, you couldn't put a whole one. They want you to stay a foot away from this, and a foot away from this.
Así como él lo puso, 2 pies para allá y 2 pies para atrás. Sí, pero no ves que está a 2 pies del centro.
So even small, would they want a 5-inch piece? They gonna be picky or just?
No, because you can't go 5 foot without running into a foot away from one of them. We had one the other day, and it's just figuring out where to stop at, because you have to go 2 foot over a hip, 2 foot over a ridge. I know of one roof down here that it's every 2 foot it changes over to something else. So I mean, you got to cut off the arm and stop bleeding somehow.
El palito este que están poniendo así, los que van de arriba para abajo, tienen que un pie de la orilla de abajo, del plástico, y tiene que quedar un pie mínimo, un pie del bridge arriba. Siempre el palo hay que cortarlo un pie arriba, un pie abajo. Y'all see how he put the stick in? The sticks, when they go horizontal, you gotta make sure that they stay, goddamn machine, man. Make sure that the sticks stay 1 foot from the bridge and 1 foot from the bottom of the plastic. I prefer if you can leave a foot and a half, leave a foot and a half from the top and a foot and a half from the bottom. Because if it's really close and it's a failure, it's gonna make you go back. Man, this is the first time I've been back here.
Oh, you about to get it. Let me get out your way. Let me get out your way.
Oh, goddamn, what's going on? They sent me back probably 40 houses because the stick will not, the distance is going to I'm going to show you what these sketches this plastic out. We're going to go ahead and show you how we're going to put the sticks in and how they should be. But like I said, after we get done here, we're going to go to an actual house. Even if we got to go to 2 houses today. But we want to get on that roof and learn how to fucking roll this shit. That's what we got to do. It takes a lot of my time. I know it takes up a lot of y'all time. Believe me, I prefer to be out here with my crew right now, making my bread. But
Time is the investment in learning how to do it correctly.
Yes.
The less mistakes you have, the less you have come back to global to have it sent back out to be redone, means the more houses you can do. I will tell you about overages. If you don't like it, save your plastic. $5,000 a week is a pain. You don't want that. I've already been hit. So save your plastic.
See, I start on this side, going out, I'm gonna have a problem over here.
I'll hold on. I'm good. Well, thank you.
Try to stay
Got some?
on the same side so everything overlaps the same. This piece here already overlaps this way too. So if I lay it this way, I'm going to come to a problem where I've got it like a box. A lot of tape, a lot of headache. Don't do it. Turn this sucker this way. Run it the same way as your other piece, so it's all the same.
Does it affect you have an overlap? Does you have an overlap? Yep. You don't want to run the tarp the way it was. You want to run it the other way so you're using more square footage and not using a whole bunch of tape and bunching up on the edges. Turn the tarp specifically because you don't want to use a whole bunch of tape and do a whole lot of overlay in one section. It's not only a waste of time, it's a waste of plastic and tape. So he changed the direction that he was laying the tarp specifically so that when he cuts it, he's got a good cut, and he's got plastic that he can save for another valley or around another piece that just needs to be tacked off. Saving your plastic, using it efficiently. You got to do that over and over and over again.
Most of your cuts will go on another piece of the roof.
hold on, Zach, let me explain. Ustedes vieron como voltearon el plástico ahora mismo. Ellos le van a coger del largo, pero es mejor cambiar la dirección del plástico, el que bate un poquito más. Es mejor cambiar la dirección, porque ve como estamos por encima del canal allá. Así ya no debe de luchar con eso. No cambiar, tiene que virar el plástico de cualquier manera. Está más tiempo, más todo el trabajo.
It's just the 2
Pero
foot away
normalmente
and 2
cuando
foot.
nada más tiene el ridge arriba completo, no tiene nada más
of it, you gotta come back over it. Come back over it. Hey, I got my red right there. Roll that.
You can't just do one stick on like that. So that one you just lay over, and this one you do tight and just snell it. So you wouldn't do 2 sticks there, sleeve it.
No, you would still hit your backs, right?
Your verticals, yeah.
Yeah, you
What
see
I'm
it
talking about over here.
I'm about to go to the valley.
So
Just
if you
use
like that,
one,
you can do
one
that.
stick to weld 2 pieces together.
Just leave that one flat, and do this one tight, and snell it.
Lay down.
Yeah, yeah. We're not trying to pull up anything because that creates more holes in the roof.
Right, so you're gonna leave that damn bell open.
So you know how to get that balance.
Yeah, instead of leaving this piece and rolling both of them into one, I'm still gonna cut it this way, and I'm just gonna roll my next mat.
On the bottom,
That was already there. The next, I'm gonna cut it like this.
and then a vertical is 5 foot. You gotta be over a foot from the bottom.
I'm gonna cut it longer than the one that's underneath it.
You gotta roll the valley.
Ve que está cortando el
I see you selling that hole.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys like to walk around over here, y'all can see, you already know he rolled the valley one time already. You see he has to overlap it again because he's going this way now? Yeah, we still got to cut that little piece off so you guys will be able to see what he's doing.
That's a new one. You want a new one?
The actually goes up all the way.
Yeah, they don't want you,
Even on the end of the house.
even on the,
But here you said to go within 3 inches.
From
for the
here, it
side.
has to be all covered living space.
Yeah.
So that means it comes down to the edge of wherever it is underneath.
They got
That
room.
overlap doesn't matter.
Then you got room.
Yep.
yep, these will be, you can butt these up.
On the bottom?
Yeah,
Okay.
normally it's better to leave like that much gap.
Okay.
So you just kind of fold it and tuck it. I'll show you that here in a second.
So what about with the?
Or I'll show you on the hip over here.
What about with the?
This one just right here.
There you go.
You can go to the edge.
Sorry. Oh, you're good.
Yeah. But you know you're gonna roll it. But, I mean, you're gonna end up there if you start here.
Right.
So just start out further than what you need. I mean, if you gotta roll it 4 times to get it to where it needs to be or whatever, then you can do that. But you got to stay on the outside of that brick edge.
Right. Okay.
That's up underneath here.
Yeah.
And really, the Corps is asking us to be as close as we can possibly get
To the right.
to the edge. But they're not going to fight us on half it. Yeah.
Siempre, cuando están haciendo la orilla esta, el plástico tiene que quedar 3 pulgadas mínimo de la
So
orilla.
even on the end one, you want to be a foot. Even on the end.
And you know the bottom you can be, I mean, you can't hang on.
Right, but you can be down to where you stop.
Yeah.
Miren una cosa, esto es muy importante. Hold on, Zach.
Say 3
Esto es muy
inches
importante
on
para
this
que
side
sepa.
for this last one.
Yeah, you try to
But
get as close
6,
as you can.
1 foot.
No,
Foot.
your verticals are 1 foot.
These right here,
After 5 foot.
these right here on the side, they need to butt up at the bottom. Up here, you gotta have at least 4 to 6 inches on this from
This
the
part.
ridge. This,
Even
the
on the
one you
edge?
roll it.
This one right here has to be at least 4 to 6 inches.
No, it has to be. This here has to be 4 to 6 inches to this hip. To this
On the
bridge.
end one?
Okay, so you said that's got to put up on the end.
Watch out for
No,
this nail
no,
right
you guys
here,
are getting
y'all.
confused. Let me start y'all. Hold on, give me a second. Let me talk real quick. Watch this. If you put the stick in here, right? Excuse me, sir. You put the stick in here, you know you got a stick gonna go right here, right? This stick has, let me borrow your stick real quick for a minute. Watch yourself, Jack. This stick and this stick have to run together. So wherever this stick sits, this is the edge of the roof. This stick needs to be like this. These sticks all need to be straight. But what I'm saying is, when you're doing it from the top, right here, on the ridge,
it's gotta go
on the
4 to
ridge,
6 inches
you need
away.
4 to 6 inches away from the ridge up here. You tuck this motherfucker in right here, put a little piece of tape, keep it moving.
So it's 46 inches max from the roof.
Max
So for
from the
this right
roof.
here, this is okay being that far away from the edge?
No,
No,
we're making you an example.
He was saying
This
about
stick would have been right here. Oh, matter of fact, this stick would have been right here like this.
Right.
That thing go right there.
Right, but since he cut it and made it up here, you gotta put the stick up to here.
No.
we
If you
just
got
make
it
it long
covered,
enough.
you're gonna put a little piece in here,
Okay.
and you're gonna make it go to 3 inches to right here.
Okay, yeah, that's
you're gonna
fine.
roll it up nice and tight. It has to be buttered up like this. Alrededor, 3 pulgadas así. Todos los palos, es muy importante, todos los palos, cuando vengan para abajo así,
Exact.
los palos tienen que chocar así.
The
Si no lo
border
ven,
is 3
mírenlo.
inches.
Tienen que chocar así, en la esquina. Tienen que
right,
quedar derechito,
right.
siempre.
inches from the edge.
And then in the bag is 1 foot. I think it'd be better to separate it so they can know.
And you're saying
that
take this from here to there.
No, what I'm saying is just put a piece of tape right here.
they're gonna get the 3 inches into 1 foot mixed up. What is it? No, it's not. It's, I don't know, just talking to myself.
Definitely my left here, man. I got to turn all the way
Then the rest is
around.
gonna be a foot. It's gonna be a foot up.
And foot down.
Basically a palm away from the center of the
So the lines in the center. All right, but let's
Right.
get to the center when we get right there.
This right here.
Go Chevy, who goes Chevy?
All right, come on, let's keep going. That's
Just put a piece of tape over the center of
You
it.
know, if you got it like right here, like when I used to come on, just take like a little.
I hate what this bag's good for. The only way you almost have to have leather one.
No, we provide y'all with
Put it through that, and then
everything.
you can't get
Y'all need to have your own tools, labor, and everything else.
But it don't
But
hit your back
nails,
leg.
tape, wood, we give you all that.
We got that 5 foot over all the way to the valley.
So basically a palm press away from the bridge.
Yeah.
What's that? It's a nail in here. Hold on.
Valley's nailed off, but I got this piece here.
You already know the training. You already know this, right?
Can't cut it anywhere. Tape it. It's got to be rolled. Make it all nice and tight.
Yeah, just still gotta go in together.
Yeah, he said those, you left that alone.
I wouldn't have put the.
If you can roll this one and just nail it together, that's what he said. I'm just showing you. So this could be, that would be both sides.
Right on the other side.
I was saying y'all already know the
It's gotta-
training, so y'all don't
it's
have to
gotta,
really
overlap
watch it.
everything.
Just letting you know. But when we done with this, then we'll come and talk to y'all.
And of course, this wouldn't be here.
Because that'd be 2 ways.
2 foot all the way
Yeah,
up.
2 foot away from here.
You said be 2'6".
Yeah, it's
So
better.
you really don't want a 4 foot strip, you want a 5 foot strip in your valve.
Well, really,
Well,
yeah.
a foot either way is why I say
It's
2
really a
foot.
foot away. I just trying to tell you.
total.
Yeah.
All right, so
Gee,
2 foot total. 2 foot total, not 2 feet from the.
No, it's a foot on one side, a foot on the other
Because
side.
this piece is
So I
gonna
always say
run
like, I
down
always
to
say
here.
a foot and a half, foot and a
Foot and a
half.
half, yeah.
You can't nail a batten over a batten.
So this would have had to be cut.
Yeah, or just pay attention before you make it. If you're going over the top here, then you have to roll this back side. So you're gonna have a board like this going across there. Treat this board like the ridge. Stay a foot away from it. Don't come over here and fucking try to nail it over the top of it. You're gonna have a void, they're gonna see that on pictures. Fail. The whole point of these is to keep the tarp down to the roof. You can't keep the tarp down to the roof on top of another back. Again, just stay a foot away from that because they don't want any ponding. A foot away from your bottom. If it's 2 foot, are they having us, like if it's the rolled cap, are they having us put the little bitty pieces in there?
No.
Okay.
Do not put no, if you just went over the top of that ridge 2 feet, don't go cutting a little 5-inch stick.
No.
Leave that son of a bitch just the way it is. Spray your number on it so it can be visible from the road and keep it moving. That's gonna look ugly. They're gonna make it go back, take it off,
Matter
and
of
then you're
fact-
gonna be there covering up little holes with tape.
The only 3 cuts that you ought to make on these, and except for perimeter cuts, is in half and a third. You keep it like that, you should be pretty good.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I hate saying this, but on the vertical sticks that go in the middle that we tell you 1 foot, technically
Yeah,
it could be 2
how
feet
everything
from the
going.
top, 2 feet from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? But if you start at 1 foot, make them all 1 foot. If you do them 1.5, make them all 1.5.
It's all about
Okay, I
presentation.
seen you the picture
Yeah.
right now. I thought you
I
already
promise
had
you
it.
one
Looks
thing.
clean.
Okay,
If it
alright.
looks clean, they're not gonna look at it.
They're gonna drive
if
by.
If it looks like it's crap, they're gonna go and they're gonna look at
Take it
every
apart.
single little thing.
Yes.
And if they go there and find one thing, they're not gonna do a full inspection. They're gonna find that one thing, send it back to him. He's gonna send it out again. Then you're gonna go out there, and I'm gonna say this: look at everything. If you happen to go back out, because if they go back out to QC it again, and there's more problems, you're gonna go back out again. If it looks good, they will walk past it, taking pictures from their car. We've got plenty of them in circulation.
Yeah.
It may only take you 10 minutes to fix whatever they sent you back out there for, but it's a 45-minute drive from where you were. So now you're an hour and a half in. You done lost 2 hours to go out there and fix a 10-minute problem that you should have caught while you were there in the first place.
Yeah. Es muy importante cuando tengan
Most of the time, somebody noticed the problem and didn't say anything, and tired, didn't want to fix it.
Es muy importante cuando terminen la casa, antes que tengan apurado para ir para la otra casa, revísala. Asegura que el plástico está apretado, que todos los palos están a donde tienen que estar, a donde quiera que le falta tape, tiene tape, porque te prometo, el inspector, si viene pasando y ve que el plástico está apretado, está bonito, tiene la numeración, él no se va a bajar.
No, yeah, you're fine. I'm just
There's
recording.
nails in this stuff, guys. I'm
Man, this one right here, I got my foot by it. If somebody can knock it down, beat it down. Okay, there you go. That's better than.
So this here, you gotta, it doesn't matter how you put this one.
It's gonna get covered. As long as it gets covered up,
Okay, then you
all
get
about
over
how
and
you
put the wrap.
I mean, I could have put 10 button caps in there.
Yeah,
So right here, these ain't gonna be a
Hey, Zach.
You never put these in until you're completely done.
Hey, excuse me. Let's do this. Let's do this. Why don't we save all the questions to the end so we can get through this process, and then we can get out to a real house and we can put everybody on the real roof. But I want everybody to ask questions, but let's just get through the process. Once we get it done, I want everybody to have whatever questions, I want you to ask them because I want you to be educated on this as much as possible.
All right. I got one more piece here, and my presentation is done. You don't want to put a piece in here?
No, tú vas a ver, sigan velando, dale para allá. Vamos por ahí ahora, para que pegue atención a todos los velazos.
Just to get it all nice.
It's gonna overlap.
Most rings are not crooked like that one.
Love that scoop everywhere. That's tight. That'll last tight.
Another thing, if you have one of these nail guns, check your nails before you get in the bind. Your partner holding it for dear life there while you nail it, it's not going to be happy if you got to dig around the nails and go get them out of the truck. I'll set your nail gun down, it'll fall off the roof.
So if you're talking,
Look, very important, something I need to make sure y'all all know. You guys are going to require hard hats. If you're on the roof, you don't need to wear the hard hat. If you have your ladder tied off, set the hard hat. It don't have to be 50 hard hats on the roof. As long as you guys have 1 or 2 hard hats behind that ladder, so when you come off of that ladder, you put your hard hat on. If you're on the ground, you're walking around on the grass, picking up trash, anything you're doing that's not on that roof, you must have a hard hat on. If you don't have a hard hat on, one of these safety guys go by, they can potentially stop you from working the whole fucking day. And you might have been almost about a board away from finishing 5,000 square feet, and they're gonna send you home. Make sure the hard hat, keep them by the ladder. Amigo, esto no lo tienen que usar en el techo para trabajar, pero tienen que mantener por lo menos 2 cascos. Cuando amarran la escalera arriba, por lo menos 2 cascos atrás de la escalera, para cuando vayan a bajar para abajo, se ponen el casco. Si están limpiando abajo, hay gente en el techo, Tiene que usar el casco. Si pasa uno de los de safety por ahí, los ve trabajando sin casco en el piso, ellos no les importa si estás terminando, te paran el trabajo de inmediato y te mandan para la casa. La segunda vez te botan. Ahora, si hay línea eléctrica que pasa por encima del techo, tienen que usar el casco. Si hay un tubo que sale del techo, que coge corriente, le corta un cuadro de 3 pies alrededor, le mete tabla, tabla y tabla, y no te le pega el cable. El año pasado un muchacho se murió en el chavo por tocar el cable ese. ¿Okay? Pero mayormente el casco para el piso, si está abajo, siempre con el casco. Es muy importante. Muy importante. Este es tuyo, papá.
All right.
Don't worry about it. She got you, man. I promise you, she got you.
Here's the last little bit of
Oh,
No, you're good. I got you.
Vamos a hacer la 3 pulgadas. ¿El cliente marca o va a calcular?
No, nada más con tu
And
vista.
if y'all get on a roof
Te queda así.
and notice soft spots, do the next guy a favor because the tarp's going to be on it. He's not going to be able to
Ahí
see
en este
them.
caso, que no.
Spray paint a circle with an X
Véngase
on it.
acá un momentito, por
Let
favor.
whoever's up there next knows. Hey, be careful. Be leery.
Come here, show 'em, Jack.
Spray paint a
Miren,
circle with it.
muchachos, vengan para acá un momento, amigos.
Anybody got any spray paint?
Amigos, si llegan a una parte del
I'll
techo,
throw them on top for a second.
cuando llega a una parte del techo y lo ven que está así suave, que quizás se pueda golpear a alguien, a la vez que lo tapan, coge la pintura que yo le doy, hagan un círculo y pónganlo en una X, para que la gente sepa que allí puede ser peligroso, que puede golpear a alguien, para que no pasen mucho por allí.
Hold on a second before you throw all that.
Ay, they shit.
If you notice, you can pull this edge right here, and you leave your whole tarp kind of together, so the wind's not taking it like a fucking kite. So, just keep it like that. Pull it down
Cuando
here
están
at the
tirando el
bottom.
plástico, y ya ves cómo lo tiene todavía a funcionar, no lo está separando mucho, pues si hace mucho viento, nada más lo va separando poco a
This is the
poco.
factory edge, so you know
Y
it's
lleva a la
gonna stay.
orilla, no trata de abrirlo completo,
That's the roof
lleva a
edge.
la orilla primero y lo alinea abajo. Ve, le está metiendo una chapita allá para que se lo aguante. Watch that hole right there, Zach. ¿Ves lo que está haciendo primero? Él le está poniendo una chapita. ¿Ves lo que está haciendo él con la pintura? Le está marcando peligro para que nadie se golpee. Eso es muy importante porque
Always want to keep your tarp straight as you can.
ve,
Nothing
siempre
really
cuando
good nail it in
la
perfect.
está empezando, siempre la línea que quede derecha. No importa que la está aguantando con chapita, nada más que quede el plástico alineado derechito por ahí para allá. ¿Ves? Si eso no lo marca, ve a una persona que pesa como yo, se lo lleva al teatro por ahí mismo. Vamos. Sí, vea lo que está haciendo. Él lo pega hasta la orilla. Yo siempre le digo a la gente, yo prefiero que lo pase un poquito de la orilla para afuera y lo corte, porque así te da